What's happening? What's happening, everyone? What's happening? Let me just make sure. You hear the background? What's happening? Dunk here. We are live. Let me just make sure that everybody can hear me. I'm curious, actually. I am streaming to... I have my, 24-hour stream going on right now. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Make sure. Am I good? Yeah, I got good levels. Let me just double check. I'm legitimately curious what happens when I... Okay, so it just shows like 2 streams. Let's see. Double check. Yeah, it's working. It's working, everyone. All right, cool. All right, now I just have to hit the go live. I'm going to share a little bit about about a raffle that we're doing right now, as well as upcoming AI bot, AI agent, for that matter, that is going to be released very soon, which I'm going to be able to show you. And again, it's not financial advice. I'm just showing you what I'm doing, but I think it's going to be really cool, really cool when it happens. So, okay, before we do that, again, I'm just trying to figure. So, I'm just trying to make it so I can see on the different platforms that I am there. Okay, so I got my chat there. Cool, making sure I can see everybody. Let me just check on YouTube real quick. I'm experimenting with something where I can stream vertically and horizontally at the same time. So it's kind of a cool thing. You know, turn this up a little bit. I like hearing things in my head. So I'm just gonna check this out. You get to bear with me for a second. So we're live and we're live. Ooh, video. And there we go. Oh, live. 2 lives right now. I'm live on my YouTube channel. I'm live 3 times right now. 3 times. That is really funny. Cool. I'm live. I'm streaming 3 times to my YouTube channel right now at the same time. Cool. All right, it's all working. I just wanted to double check. Thanks, guys. Okay, so first off, again, I am Dunk. You can call me... I'm Jonathan, but you can call me Dunk. And today I wanted to show you a little bit about what is coming. What's coming is really exciting. And first off, before we go, I just wanted to remind everybody, if you don't know what Raffledex is, that is a raffle platform. It's kind of really cool. Look at this. Like, I just want to show you before I dive too deep into what we're going to talk about today. So you can see, like, people are listing NFTs and crypto. And I'm going to take a sip of my caffeine. It's so... I know, I'm bad. I shouldn't be drinking soda. But what it is people can put up different raffles. So you can come here and look at like raffles, and people could search for things like coins, and people are like putting up raffles. So how are people actually making money? So maybe somebody takes this raffle. See, there's like 1.5 Solana. Solana's about 150 bucks. It's a little bit, what's it? I can look at the screen right there. I have it right there. It's $146 because I bought the dip this morning. Yeah. Okay. So people could take that, like that's basically, I mean, at the time that they started, 217 bucks, and they have like a raffle. So, and they have a raffle, they're raffling off 1,000 tickets for 0.03. So if they sell out, then the idea is that it will be raffled off, and this still has, you know, another 49 minutes. This is a short one. Yeah, and people could potentially win some Solana or different currencies. There's some Gary right here. This is actually the only currency that you probably really want on here. And look, that's been created by JJ, who's another community member over there. And and for this one, you know, you could buy a raffle ticket for 0.0036 Solana, and then he's going to give away 500 Gary, which, by the way, 500 Gary is going to be half of what you need to unlock autonomous mode when Stacker Agent goes live. So this is actually what I really wanted to talk about mainly today, but I just wanted to make sure that you see this. I even have my own raffle going on here. It's actually right here on the home page under the hot raffles. It's this one right here. There's just a little over 1 day left, and hey, look, it's only halfway sold out. So I find that these tend to sell out or like more people buy towards the end. So you are welcome to go grab some. Look, we have about 142 people. Some people bought 1, some people bought 10. So we can see like Larry bought 50 of them, but his chances are no different than anybody else that bought 1. And if you don't believe me on this, if you do not believe me on this, is like mind-blowing. Let me just show you this real quick. This is mind-blowing. But if you do, just so you know, this raffle, I'm also giving away some random Gary to different people. My one little thing is like, I want to like reward people just for buying. So I'm going to be sending out some more of it today. I sent some the other day. I'm going to send some more to other people that have purchased some of just randomly purchase. Like, and if you're going to host on this platform too, I think it's really cool because you could like say, for instance, like Jilly right here, if I wanted to send her something, I could just, there's her wallet address, and I could just go ahead and send it. She's bought 84 tickets. She hasn't won anything yet on this platform, but she has been given some airdrops, and that makes it easy because you could just reward your the people that buy your raffle, and you don't have to go like, hey, can you send me your wallet address? Can you do this? And like, yeah, you don't have to do it. So you don't have to actually go and collect that. It makes it easy. You don't have to ask anybody. You can just send it to them. This is actually the one that I wanted to show you. Actually, Jilly actually entered it, so I'm just going to go and take a look at it. This one, if you go look at, this was just one that was just raffled off. And if you don't know what this is, it's actually right here, the Stacker Agent. And it's what is going to unlock this AI bot that I'm talking about. So this is like the first stage. There's only 50 of these. And then the second tier of it will be unlocked with these draft towers. So you make sure that you have at least one of these in your wallet. I'm not kidding. Like, you need to have at least one of these. And this is not me just trying to tell you, this is like, I can't stress enough like how big this is going to be. Like, do your own research, please. By all means, do your own research. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I would do. And I have been collecting these for a while, and what happened was there was several different product market fits that didn't work out, and because Draft Tower or Gary Club, which is basically the parent community of this project, I don't like that word, what they did is they operate more like a business in Web3, which is what I like. I like businesses in Web3. Let me see, make sure I didn't click this thing. I like businesses in Web3 because you get all these people that just like, hey, we're just gonna solve world hunger because you know, if you send us into our NFT. Cool. How? Tell me how. Can you tell me how you're going to solve world hunger because you have an idea? It takes more than money. I hate to break it to people. So within Gary Club, Draft Tower is part of it, and then also there's Gary Coin, which is part of it. Gary Club, Gary Coin, makes sense. And they're all connected, but they had to find the right product market fit. And I mean, I can come right here, and you can go look at here's Gary Coin on on Deck Screener. And by the way, look at this. Is this not the sexiest sideways chart that you've ever seen? The reason why this has started to go sideways is because at 25 cents, Gary Coin hit another liquidity pool that we had set up, which we voted on it in the DAO, by the way. So if you want your voice heard in a community and in a Web3 company, then this is definitely one to do. But look, take a look at this. I'm going to zoom out. So once they started announcing and testing Stacker Agent in, I think it was February, like early February, January, when we've been working on it for a while, but when it was saying like, it was already talked about late last year. So you can, but when we started really showing numbers publicly, this is what happened. Like, there's always a little dip there, but look, this is a healthy chart. Let me zoom, look at that. Look at that. So this happened here. Boom, 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 boom. And I could even just go to, they're both at Radium. Both of the pools are over. What is this? Radium. What is that? How did that? .com, Radium.com versus Radium.io is a diabetes website. I mean, that's not, I mean, diabetes is bad, but that's weird. Okay, good to know. But yeah, you can come here, and if you want to actually find the liquidity, you can come over here to liquidity and search for Gary, and there's It's always the one with a little giraffe. If you are ever trying to find, like, I'm talking about a lot of different like contracts. There's a lot of people that are like bad actors out there. I understand that. I get it. We don't like bad actors. There's a lot of bad actors. Bad actors. But what you could do is you could always just go to, there's a community site that we host just to give information. There's nothing really. It's just to be helpful. And there's a lot of things like, you want Gary, there's a contract address right there. If it's anything but that, you're being scammed. Don't do that. Don't be scammed. There's Draft Tower contract. Don't let somebody scam you. Make sure you are buying the right thing if you are going to. I make some helpful videos from this channel right here. Put it on here because I kind of manage this myself. But it's crazy. You could host a site from Canva. Who would have known? Canva does everything nowadays. Okay, so back to it. So just go to that site, GaryClub101.com, if you want any of the contracts. I do throw the contract for Gary Coin, I believe, in the description of this on YouTube. But GaryClub101.com, there's a whole bunch of information there if you would like, and information about the Stacker Agent. And I'm going to be updating this again soon once there's some more information. But the Stacker Agent is really close to coming out. It's freakishly exciting. And what it's going to be able to do is, even on red days like this is pretty sad. Look at this. This is pretty sad. Look at all that red. Look at that red. But Stacker Agent is going later. This negative 41% is actually going to be an opportunity down the road, because it is going to be able to basically do like perps and do those later, and like, oh, basically you short the market, and you'd be able to short this, which is pretty cool, and then you'd be able to have that as another opportunity. But for now, there's different things, like there's mass extract, where we found that if there's a coin, say you're over on Deck Screener. This is Gary, but if you're over on Deck Screener and you see like a coin that the market cap is going to get close to 500,000, we found that that's when you get like a big spike, and there's a chance to collect a whole, like up to like 100x. It's crazy. And there's also snipers. It has snipers built in, and each one of these things is actually like a different skill, kind of a different agent that does the task. So you kind of have to assign that one skill. And again, there's going to be anybody that has a Draft Tower NFT and 1,000 Gary coin is going to be able to utilize this. But there's certain things. For instance, there's a feature called Block Zero, and in Block Zero, that one means like it's gonna be the very first one, very first buy. And there's, even if it doesn't, go to the moon, you bought so early that you're gonna still win. And I'm actually gonna point you towards what is this? I'm gonna point you towards the founder of this, or the creator. So I'm gonna just go to Gary's profile here. This is Gary Henderson, and he's the person that's creating this. And not just him, he has a partner. And if you go here and go to articles, there is just an abundance of amazing articles that you could just go through. Please, is this a new one? Did I not read? This came out an hour ago. I definitely didn't read that yet. 2 doors, one agent, infinite profit. So you want to know I want to tell you my little hack on how. So often what I'll do is I will just copy the text for these, and I put it into a tool called 11 Reader. It's free, and I just have it read me this. I should actually I should clone Gary's voice and put it in there, so it's like Gary's reading to me. But here, let's just repost this. Ooh. So yeah, woohoo! Yeah, that's really. And then I'm gonna go add a little boom. Oh, I didn't do the who. I just did the who. Woohoo! There we go. Yeah. But I'll read this afterwards. But yeah, go here and go to Gary's profile. It's public. Gary Henderson. I think his handle is Gary L. Henderson. Yeah, Gary L. Henderson. And go to the articles, please. And I mean, just go to the beginning and just like binge them. Yeah, they didn't go back too far, January. But this is like the idea is that it's just going to be able to stack more Solana through the different strategies. And you're going to have basically a way to control it within your you're going to control it at first through Telegram, and then there's going to eventually be its own platform, because there is this website will eventually be likely this, or I think Gary said it's either going to be that or like Stacker Agent AI.ai or something. But one of the two pages or sites is going to end up housing the non-Telegram version eventually, but it's starting on Telegram. That's kind of, and right now, before that comes out, there is other opportunities like the locked Gary system right here. And I'm not going to log into my wallet right now. I don't have the time. I have the time. I don't need to. Stop yelling at me. But you can lock up your Gary, and then there's they're giving out 100,000 Gary every single month for the rest of 2025. So that's another opportunity for you to collect it. But make sure that you keep 1,000 out, because you will need it for the Stacker Agent. Cool. All right. Let's see. Where is the thing that I was looking for? What is it? No, not that. Is it portfolio trackers? Hey, if you have like portfolio tracker that you recommend is like your favorite, I'm going through a whole bunch of them and trying to figure out like the best one to go through, like what the best portfolio tracker is. Like this one's okay, this one's okay, but yeah, I mean it shows like Gary and stuff like that, but this one I don't think it shows you what's in like locked Gary, which is frustrating. I think they said this one should, but I don't know. I'm getting off topic. Look what you've done. You distracted me. This does show what's in the portfolio, but it doesn't show what the price of like NFT and stuff like that. It's all good. I'm getting off topic. But yeah, there's liquidity here, and it hit the USDC, Gary USDC, and that's the 1% pool. And look, there's about $254,000 worth of actual liquidity counting on the Gary side. And this was like a one-sided pool, and as the price goes up, the other side of the pool will fill up. And then there's still the Solana pool, but now that it's over 25 cents, this kind of helps stabilize the price. So that's the science behind it. Okay. Cool. All right. And cool. All right. So what I wanted to do, let's see. I mean, lots of opportunities going to happen here, but what I wanted to do is kind of like show you how you could start benefiting from this like today. Like there's a lot of opportunity. Like for instance, I'll use this one example. So let's go over to, so we're a deck screener. Again, look at this. This is a sexy chart. Look at that. It goes up, and what happens when it hits? I just told you 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents, hit 25 cents, and then it goes sideways because of that pool. So this is going to be like, this is your opportunity to collect Gary at a really a pretty stable price, because I feel like once Stacker is released, this is not going to hold this price, but because that pool, it's doing a nice job. But there's always opportunity here. So because again, look at this. Let me zoom in here. Look, these are all would have been points where you could have bought, sold, bought, sold, bought, sold. But again, this I don't really like trading this way off of Gary right now, because it doesn't have enough volume. See, a lot of it's like somebody sell like they only sold a few, but there's some volume. But look, they come in kind of chunks, and that's why I was saying like chunks, green, red, green, red. Cool, but there's on Jupe as well. A little bit more green, stable. Let's refresh that. Yeah, it's just showing that. Cool. Then Gary, and then let me okay. So let me just go to Deck Screener, and let's go to the main page. So it'd be like, say for instance, I wanted to find uh, if it was a good time to buy Solana or whatever token I want. Like, I mean, you'd find like the trendy ones, but let's just go with Solana since that's something that I know everybody's talking about. Like everybody knows what Solana. That if you're here, like if you don't know what Solana is, it is kind of like the operating system for a lot of different tokens. That's the way I look at it. It's the operating system, and the basically Solana, the Sol, the token is just, I just treat it like the I mean it like what I have to use the operating system. Be like having Apple bucks or Windows bucks or whatever if you're using your computer. But I could just say like a Sol, and so here's a Sol USDC pool. So that means that it is technically paired to the US dollar. So now look at that. So okay, look, the price I bought here earlier. Actually, where are we? Where did I buy? Somewhere farther down here. I bought somewhere over here earlier today. But look, if I had a limit order, I could have saved 50 cents each. Shame on me. But what you could do, so let's just go ahead and do this. So I'm going to grab this deck screener. Dope. And let's make this into like grab the deck screener. And now I'm going to go over here to ChatGPT. Now there's this thing called Stacker Agent GPT, which is the manual version of the AI agent that is coming. And I just want to like show you exactly how crazy this is going to be when this is like automatic. So it says analyze this token. So you could say analyze this token. Paste that there. And you could also just paste the contract address too, but it's Solana, so it doesn't. I'm just gonna write that down. So what I've done is like, and you can phrase this however you want because you're just having a chat with the bot. I would like to buy some Sol on the next dip. So I can sell it during the next pump for profit. I have like I am. Let's see, how can I phrase it? I am okay with risk. I'm okay with risk. Treat it like I always treat it like it's your own money. And maybe you could say like, so I have, let's just say like this. So what if I said 1,000 USDC, and granted you could say 100 or 50 or a smaller amount because it's just all percentages. And since it's Solana in this particular case, you would have to look if it was another coin. That's not necessarily like Solana. Then if it's like another coin that's got less depth of liquidity, you may not be able to do it with bigger numbers. But if it's something like an actually coin that has a good market cap, then you could do it with bigger numbers. That's why we're saying like the 500,000. That's juicy. There's a lot of liquidity there, but it comes in and then it goes back out. So I have 1,000 USDC. Call. 1 second. I gotta reply to a text real quick. No. Okay. All right, I'm back. I'm back, everyone. I have $1,000 USDC, and I want to buy Sol for short-term gains. And what I also do, I mean, you should be fine just giving them this because this is going to be able to access the data, and I found that this always does make a difference. I don't know why, but so I'm just going to go and grab like a 2-hour chart. So this is like a nice 2-hour chart, and then I'm just going to take a quick little screenshot. Boom. And maybe I'll give them that 1-hour chart as well. Just because why not? Why not? This is like serious questions, like why not? And just to go cray, let's do a 15-minute chart. Just give it more information, you know? This is fine. So now I'll go back over here. And these all ended up on my desktop. Let's go drag these screenshots. Boom. So let's see what it gives us, and it's you literally have a chat with it, and it's going to give you some sweet technical analysis. While it's doing that, I'm going to see what this text was about. Okay, we're good. We're good, everyone. We're good. We're good. All right, perfect. Thanks for the chart and the link. Here's the game plan for stacking short-term Sol gains with your 1,000 USDC. And remember, it could be whatever. Maybe you have Solana and you're trying to grow your Solana and you're trading it against another token. I'm just saying, like, if I'm trying to grow my USDC in this scenario. Current Sol USD trading setup based on chart trend. Short-term bounce forming off local support, and I've noticed this multiple times. So if you look at this chart, actually, so just to we can go back, let me go back to the bigger chart. So see right here. So let's see right here. This is, here we are on the 6th of May, which is today. Right now it's about 46. And you go here, which is still the 6th, but now here, the 5th. Now we're back to where we were. Like, you could have sold here and bought right back here, or somewhere around here. You could have put it into chat and said, "Hey, look at," and here's your reasoning why. Maybe you sold here, and you're like, now it's held, and you sold here, and even though it's corrected, and right now it's going to be likely going back up to around 50, because that's what it was saying. It's kind of finding if you go here, look at this same line, right about the same spot. It went up to like 54, but it's been kind of bouncing back and forth between these two, 150 and 140, right? And again, make sure that you are, doing your own research. This is real money that you're playing with, so don't take my advice. I don't know what I'm talking about. but you could see what's happening there. So now let's go back over to our stacker agent, GPT. Current price 146.46. Volume picking up, lower time frame, 15 minutes. One confirmation, bullish systems, bullish momentum. Sorry. Resistance level, like the 147. That's what I was saying. It's like it's just pushing like it's really struggling to get past 150 bucks. And then, like I showed you earlier, just it got up to like 154 ish. Like there's 154, and then it reversed because it couldn't find the support there. So support levels 144, 142, and so basically 140 is about the support. Like it can get it down to support 140. So entry plan, buy the dip. Good plan. I did that this morning, and I already have a sell order in coming up. So primary buy zone 143 to 144. aggressive buy zone, 141 to 150. But if you go back over here, it didn't really hit that low 140 very often. Like if we go back there, it was 135, but that was on April 25th. So about 2 weeks ago at the 25th math, week and a half ago at this point. It was about a week and a half ago. So if you bought a week and a half ago, you could have, even right now, you could have sold in profit, but you could have bought Stacker GPT, would have told you. It's scary accurate. It's weird. Like, again, maybe you could even paper trade this at the beginning just to get used to it. And if you know what that means, it just means that you're not actually hitting the buy button, or you just put it down on a piece of paper that you would have bought at that point. And then the price would have gone up, and you'd be like, oh, I sold at 150. That would have been good. And then you could have waited until you could have analyzed, redid exactly what we did, took screenshots, put it into Stacker GPT, told it exactly what you wanted, and then you could have just had it do up, down, okay, and then buy back here. I mean, even if you buy at 135 and then you sell at 155 and then you buy back in at 140, you still, like, even though you bought originally at 135, the idea is buying and selling over and over again and taking those little profits and building your bag. But the idea with Stacker Agent, the actual Stacker Agent, it's going to do that while you're asleep. It's going to do that if it finds the opportunity. That's why you need to have that's why you need to either have your one of the 50 Stacker GPTs, Stacker Agents, which is, there's only 50 of these, and they get extra perks, as well as not needing the 1,000 Gary. And then you could also grab a Draft Tower NFT, but you will need also 1,000 Gary to activate autonomous mode in that. And there's only 91 of these listed, which it means quite a bit that there's only 91 of these listed. And this price is, well, like this price is lower than it should be. Just trust me. This price is much lower than it's supposed to be. Yeah, so the second that a wallet is doxed for Stacker Agent, the floor on this is just gonna freakishly go through the roof. That's why I'm still buying them when I can, and I'm still like, if you go research this, please just go do some research on what was being built around this, because it is going to change a lot of lives. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I can't stress that enough. It's crazy how it excites me. I'm having a nerd moment right now because of it. It's okay to be a nerd. But hey, again, just want to remind you, there is a raffle going on at Raffledex right now. So let's actually check in and see. I got a good one too. So I'm gonna go. Actually, remember, we're trending. We're a hot raffle. We got 22 hours left. I think this is just people fumbling the bag. It's kind of really sad, in all honesty. I have mine. There we go. Click that there. Yeah, so we're 53% sold out, but all what that means is that the more people that buy, it means that there's more people. The person that got that other one, the last time that it sold, like, I should have just shown you this a second. It's just on the page. This one? No. This one. This one? Look what I've done. I'm crazy. But you all know that. That's right, this one. This one, if you look at the person that actually won, is there a way for me to see it easily from this page? Winner? Where's it? Winner chicken dinner? I'll figure it out. But the person that bought this one, out of 5,000 tickets, they bought one ticket. They bought one ticket in that wallet, and they won. It's right here. There it is. Like, they bought one ticket. Number of tickets, one. Ticket winner, and they were one of the last people to buy it. One ticket, and they won this. And let's take a look at this real quick. I just want to, like, this is why I'm like, there's a reason this is happening. It's not fabricated. I'm gonna click on this little thing called activity. So this was the last sale right here, 81 Solana, 4 days ago, for this one right here. Then here's this one, the one before that, sold for 60 Solana 23 days ago. And then the the one before that was 40 Solana, which these man, these people are fumbling. If they just waited, man, can you imagine if you just waited another month and you could have doubled your Solana? That just, I guess you never know. I guess, I mean, we knew, but they didn't, you know. But you have you could double up your Solana there, but it's like, but 40, and then right before that was 30, and then this little sneaky one, it says Gary Club, but I you know, I was having an issue buying with my wallet for some reason, so I just sent Gary actually helped me buy it. It says Gary Club, but that was actually me, so I bought this one myself. So all honesty, but I can't believe I got a insane steal for 9 Solana. Insane steal. And then you go back further. There was another one for 9 Solana like 10 months ago. And like this one right here was sold for but then we started building utility around it. I didn't actually. Gary started building utility around it, and it's going to give you access to this amazing stacker agent that's going to stack for you in your sleep. It's going to like print. It's literally a money printer. Do your own research on that, and I'm going to be showing everything when I get access to it, just to show you the whole entire thing. So, oh look, this is like a number 77. There's only 50 of them, but I guess it's because there used to be 150 and then they burned some. So these still just say the number. It's odd. I don't know why it just shows the number instead of the actual. Maybe there was a time that the metadata was updated. Maybe that's what it is. Before the metadata was updated, it probably just showed the number, and now it shows the name. That makes sense. It makes sense. But point that I was going to show you is the thing that was just raffled off on RaffleDex right here. The last one was sold for 81 Solana. There is no royalty on this. So if you were going to go buy this, you would have to go. You wouldn't have to go pay the royalty for like any project, because they don't think that there's going to be a lot of regular volume. So what's the point? Like, there's one listed for. This is actually the reason. Like, I don't know if you noticed. If you go to Step Finance, it definitely shows that I have a pretty big portfolio, because somebody decided to list a stacker for 255,000 Solana, which I think it's a little low in all honesty. But it made my portfolio a little skewed. But whatever. Cool. Where did I go? Okay, there it is. But yeah, so somebody bought one ticket, $2.50, and won something that just sold for 81 Solana. And you know, let's math it real quick. 81 times current price of Solana at, let's just round down, 146. That was $11,826, and I think at the time it was like Solana was like at 150 when that purchase went through. So there's just a big dip, and it's like recovering now. But that is actually it was at $12,000 for something that, and I think that's that's way too cheap for what's coming. It's my opinion, you know, it's my personal opinion. But point is that right now that's going to get some early access, some perks, some slightly lower fees. That's kind of like the idea of what it gives you at first. But right now, again, at RaffleDex, or you can go to Magic Eden or Tensor and go and buy one. But if you go to RaffleDex, there's two of them right here that are being raffled off. Both of these are good bets, but like if you go to this one, this is mine. Look, I like those crossed eyes, because it makes me like they're like my crossed eyes. Like, see, I don't have cross eyes. And then, I mean, like, if I ate a rainbow, I'd probably throw up too. Like, I'll be perfectly honest. If I ate a rainbow, I would throw up. But here, actually, you know, let's take a look. Now, I am going to be going through these and like sending out some Gary to some of these wallets. I'm not going to do it live just because I don't like interacting with my wallet when I'm streaming, if I can avoid it. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to send some. You can do it on my phone, I guess. I just don't like doing it when I'm bringing it up on my screen. You get it. If you don't get it, then you should get it. but I'll send some stuff there. But yeah, whatever it sells, however many sell, it doesn't have to sell out. So if this only gets to like 60% in the next 22 hours and 13 minutes, if it only gets to 70, 80, 90%, then that's the amount of tickets that it will draw from. And then whoever wins, there's one winner. But I'm sending some Gary out just because, you know, I want everybody to be aware, more people to be aware. I can't send it to 1,000 people, but you get my point. But if you buy a ticket, then I may send you some Gary. And yep, it's gonna be pretty cool. And then there's other opportunities. There's some Gary that's actually being raffled off on Raffledex, as well as I think that there's at least one other raffle with a draft. Look at there. Who types NFTs? Yeah, there's two raffles. Three raffles with drafts right now. So there's 1, 2. Yep. There's 1, 2, 3 raffles. That's it. There's only 5 raffles that are going on right now. Ooh, pickings are low right now. But this one ends in 22 hours. Let's see. This one ends in 3 days, 1 hour, 12 minutes. And this one ends in 18 days, 22 hours, and 42 minutes. So there's different options there. But again, it's if you want to take a chance, you may win a Draft Tower NFT, and that will unlock stacker agents. So first wave again is going to be the 50 stackers that are going to have access. Like I have one, at least I bought 2 actually, when they were cheaper. I'm glad I did. But I'm going to be able. This is mine right here. Look at this sexy guy right here. His leather and everything. Look at that guy. Look at him and his eye, his bullseye patch, and his leather. I think he's an anti-hero. That's my theory. And what's the other one? Where's my other one? Where is it? This one. Is my other one? I think that's my other one. Pretty sure. So what's going to happen is that stacker is these 50 are going to have access, and we're going to like test it, and we're going to, I'm going to be showing how it works. And then if you see, like, if you go to GMGN, like over to GMGN, and you could even, like, how you could, you can go, what the, where does that show that? Okay. If you go to GMGN and you can go to like following, and you can start or where is it actually? Follow. You could like follow different. Why did I not seem like? Oh, because I'm not in the right wallet. It's because I'm not on the Binance Smart Chain. Am I crazy? Okay, so yeah, what's that? Okay, cool. Sorry, but yeah, if I'm going to be able to, if you would like, when I launch it, I will share my wallet that I'm testing it with. You can go ahead and follow it here, and if I start making good trades, feel free to copy trade me. It's like I'm going to give you as many abilities to do it. So, and if whenever things are working, I'm just going to let you know. But GMGN is a great solution for that. If you don't have it, it's like GMGNTrading.com. There's a link in the description. It's also right there in the little ticker. I don't need the map where direct it. Depending on where you're watching, it's either above or below me. Cool. So again, I'm just super bullish on it. I'm just sharing. Let's go back over to ChatGPT. And so now, exit plan. Dun dun dun. That's where I'm at right now. I'm at the exit plan right now. Yep. Okay. Exit plan. Short term profit target. $147.50. Easy local scalp. Low risk. Fast fill. Meaning that it's very likely that it's going to at least hit that amount. So we have $149.80 to $50. That's probably based off of, like, I usually think that the middle one is usually hit. That stretch one is a little bit less of a chance. Like, I'd have to wait a lot longer. I feel like I don't, like, again, I'll go back over to this. Look, where is it? That was, where is it? Okay, 140. So see right here. So that's the 25th. So again, like a week and a half, it could rebound, and it actually already almost rebounded the entire way. So like technically, if I sold right now, because I bought, I would be in profit. I could take that if I'm okay with it, but I think it's going to go up at least a couple more dollars. And, you know, I don't have to actually think that just myself, because look, I have this information it gave me right here. And then momentum signal. The 15-minute chart shows a clear V vertical and a rising buy volume. If Sol closes around $147 with volume, it can explode towards $150 quickly. Momentum is heating up, which I agree based off of what just that dip. There's always usually people buying the dip, which means that there's usually a spike and then it might reverse. So I think I could very well, you know, put in my order close to 150 and it will be filled. And then, you know, I could just sit and wait. And, you know, there's always the chance that you're going to get caught in a trade, but that's why you do technical analysis, and then you use tools like Stacker Agent GPT to help you do it. And then once the Stacker Agent is public, you can go and take your 50, and you could take those 50 and like the 50 ones, and we're all going to test it. And then after that, everybody that has Draft Tower NFT is going to be able to do it. And there's down the road, there's so many other opportunities that are going to come for if you have this. Even if you, I love passive income. I love my passive income. You know that about me. Cool. So let's just finish this. Trade example, buy $500 worth. So set a mental stop loss around 139. A mental. Right? Volume, you could set a stop loss. Come on. Why do I need to set a mental one? I don't need mental. Okay, so target 143. I actually entered at 140, just shy under 142. Volume rising, bouncing underway. Okay, this is how I trade with my own bag. Again, I always tell it to treat it like it's its own money, because it seems to be a little bit more conservative with it if it thinks it's yours. Everybody's always, oh, it's not, it's my money. Okay, then I'll be a little more risky. But now, how would I actually do that? I can go over here, and this is jupe.ag. Now, again, you can just come here. This is what the site looks like when you come to it. They actually have this really nice thing right here that says Pro. You can come over here, and they have a bunch of great features right here. Like, it is a lot. You don't need to use this Pro side in order to set your orders. All you would do really is you go to Trigger, and once it's connected, you'd be able to just set a trigger order. Like, it would be, say, for instance, let me find Gary. There it is. I don't know why this hamster one is always Gary. But say I wanted, again, our example, 1,000. If I wanted to buy 1,000, that would give me 3,894 Gary for $1,000 or 1,000 USDC. You know, and then what you do, that's at the current price. But now if I said, no, you know what? I want to wait until Gary is, you know, it. Actually, I was just doing the Gary example. This is actually what you would do if it was Gary. I'm sorry, I was telling you Solana, but in this case, Gary has actually been fluctuating between 25 cents and like just shy of 25.5 cents. And but if I was said, okay, I think Gary's to go down to 25 cents even, now I'd get 4,000. There's the example. But say I was doing this with Solana, like in my example, I could say I want 1,000 USDC would actually get me 6.8 Solana, 840,643. And but what if I said again, I can go, okay, no, I want to wait until it goes down to $42. Now it's going to get me 7.04. But then on the up, now I would hit, you know, I could say I wanted to expire if I want to. I could say I never want this to expire. So maybe I think Solana is going to go in the wrong direction. If I only want it to last 10 minutes or an hour or, you know, a day or 7 days, or just put in a custom amount. Or you can just leave it never. So now I'm basically saying once Solana dips 2.76%, buy $1,000 or 1,000 USDC worth of Solana, all of this was told to me from Stacker Agent GPT. All of it told, like Stacker Agent GPT told me to do this, right? So now, let's take this number right here. This is the amount of Solana it was going to give me, right? So I'm not, this is the idea of like paper trading. So if I wrote this down and I looked at I made like a mental note of what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, now let's just flip this. Okay, now that's how many Solana I had, right? So now, even if I sold at the current price, look, I would have just made 28 bucks. But now I'm saying, I think that Solana, like based off of that, it's telling me $150 per Solana. Now, I took that 7.0422, a Solana, and now I made 56%, or $56. So if we want to do some simple math, because that's my favorite type of math, simple math. But I've been using this same exact cheap website for like 15 years, and it's never changed once. It's just simply percentage calculator. So you could just say like, okay, we had $1,000, and now we have, right, now we have this exact amount. So I'll just say, so this is, you remember there's also going to be some small fees like each pool charges, and that's usually counted into this price. But now if I say like boom, boom. Oh, it doesn't like commas, sorry, I forgot. Oh no, it doesn't like all those extra decimals. That's what it is. So now I basically, in that one trend, like I would have made 5.63%, which is, if you're making money, if you like smaller, if you're swinging a small bag, that might not be but I know like mutual funds that don't pay that in a year. And with Stacker Agent GPT, I would have been able to figure that. I did figure that out. I made more, or I'm like, even if I sold at the exact, that was like exactly at the current price, I would which is, I think it'd be more like 4%, 3.5% right now. I still would have made nearly as much in today, like swinging that one trade today with Stacker Agent GPT, than most people make in a year in most traditional investments. So remember, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm just letting you know that this tool is available, and it's available. I mean, just go to GaryClub101.com. I think I have it listed here somewhere. If not, I'll add it. But I think it's in the description on here. But also, just I forget exactly where it is here. I'll add it here. It's also in the description of this video on YouTube. But it's really that easy. So now what I would do is, like, if you did that same rinse and repeat, now at the point that you sold, okay, cool, now you have an extra 56 bucks to work with on your next round. You could either take that, put it in the pocket, put it in your pocket, and just take the 1,000 USDC and rinse and repeat that, or you can compound it, because now you can do this. So if you said like, okay, now I have 1,056 USDC instead of 1,000 even. And if you said like that's current market price, and say you take your new screenshots, you go back over to ChatGPT and you say something like, I mean, I'm not gonna send it through because I don't have the charts, but you would just say like, okay, I just sold my soul for just there you go. So like 1,000. And then you just like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna actually put it because I don't have I don't have charts from the future. But you could say like, actually, let's just do this. Now I just sold my soul for 156. What is my next entry point to buy back my soul for at, I'll just say $150 a soul. What is my next entry point to buy back my soul? So I can make short-term profit. And I'll say it again, like, treat it like it's your own money. And again, this won't be completely accurate just because obviously I didn't just sell that for that amount right now, and the price is still above, like, below that. So I told it basically that I sold at 150, so it thinks that I took profit at 150. So I would have probably grabbed fresh charts as well, and it's ChatGPT. You know how ChatGPT could be. I just grab the stuff and start. So now primary buyback zone, ideal. So it's looking at the current charts, and doing the same thing. Granted, if the price goes to 150, it took a day to get to that point. So since it took a day to get to that point, now I'm going to need to like have it reanalyze the charts, and then be able to go and see if things have changed. And what I've done is when I have these limit orders in, I will actually go and, it says that you could say never, but I would go back and I check this regularly, at least once a day, if not more. At least once a day. Just go, and if you have an order in, just say, hey, is everything still like based off of the momentum on the charts? Here's some updated charts. Do you still agree with your last number? And you could adjust like what your limit orders are placed at. All right. So no excuses. This is free. Like, this is 100% free. This Stacker Agent GPT is free. I mean, you need to have the plus version of ChatGPT to use it, so I guess it costs that per month, but that's not charged to them. It's free. So place the limit order at 144, so 50%, and then another at 142. So it's saying split the risk, because that way it's trying to say you buy in, and then if it dips. Now, if it reversed and that was wrong, which, I mean, I found that Stack, unless there's some sort of weird manipulates the market, then it seems like it's usually pretty darn accurate. So if it fills, then you basically ride it up. But again, if either fill, you'd ride them back up to like the same price, like 150, and here it says even to 154, but that's like a stretch one. But again, you would continuously, do you think it's going to go further? We reanalyzed your sell. It says that we don't think that it's going to reverse until like $3 more, and you could move it so it sells $1 later or whatever. You get the idea. You get it. You understand what I'm saying. So bullish case, if Sol breaks 150.50 with volume, don't re-enter yet. Wait for the new high, then buy and reset. So basically, yeah, just wait for the new high and then resell. So that flip zone could become new support. Again, like talking about new support. Look at the Gary. It's like jump. There's not as deep. As much trading volume, and the liquidity is not as deep with Gary, so it's harder to do this with the coin like that, because it's really just a utility token when you really break down what Gary is. So a reminder, this is not financial advice. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just showing you what I'm using because it works for me. Yeah. Cool. Is there anything else? Yeah. So it's like go and play around with Stacker Agent GPT. If you can't find it, you know where to find me. Go to either YouTube, X, if you're watching on TikTok, or if you're watching on TikTok, or if you're watching on Instagram, you can find my YouTube channel through the settings. Otherwise, it's youtube.com/@theblockchain is the handle, @theblockchain. So yeah. Cool. And what else? So yeah, but this is a really healthy chart again. Just like this is a really look at that. Just look at. There's a lot of opportunity in that. But I like the fact that it's staying a little bit more stable, just because since it's stable means that I could buy more. And there you go. Yep, cool. Just love it. This is why it's too big. There we go. Ah, what'd I do? There we go. Just saying that is such a great chart. I just can't stop looking at it. Look at it. And then it hits the USTC pool. I love it. Cool. Again, just follow the same sort of steps that I did. Go grab the Stacker Agent GPT. It's free. Free. Like with a capital F, capital R, capital E, and another capital E. Go grab it. It's free. And you saw what I just did. I showed you how to just simply give it some charts. Give it a link to it as well. And it has access to the data, but just like the data is usually a little bit delayed, so I throw in the charts because now it has really, really up-to-date data. Like that's just happened. So go ahead and do this. Like I challenge you, just go and do this. If you don't want to spend money, go and do this and just paper trade it and see how it works out for you. You may make some money. Just saying. But yeah. And again, if you do want to get your own draft, there's several ways you can get a draft, but you can go buy one from Magic Eden. That's one. You can go over here to raffle decks, and there's 3 that are being raffled off, including one that I am raffling off that's actually ending in 22 hours. So whatever amount are sold, it's just going to be raffled off of those. And then my plan is, I'm just going to go buy another one off the floor. I'm just going to take whatever I get from this and I'm going to give it back. And I'm also giving away random giveaways to people that bought. So any of these participants, and just because one person bought 50 doesn't mean that they're any more likely to win than anybody else. The person that won the stacker, which is last sold for $12,000, that one person paid they paid $2.50. They may have bought another wallet, I don't know, but $2.50, and they won something that was worth $12,000. So there is the chance that they're going to win. Like right now, there's just about 500 and change that are sold in here. So you still have a chance. I have a feeling like another 100 or so probably to sell. I don't think this is going to, I don't know if it's going to sell out. If it doesn't, hey, there's some chances that you're going to have, your odds are going to be higher if they don't. But hey, if you don't, your odds are 0. But I'm not concerned if it sells out completely. If it does, awesome. I'm just gonna either way. I'm just gonna go buy another draft with whatever with what I get from it. And let me know if you like these raffles. I could always do more if you think that they are something that you enjoy. Dope. Again, raffle decks. There are 3 different drafts. There's 2 of them showing that are trending right now. There's this one right here that's mine, and then there's this other one that's trending right now that still has 3 days. But they haven't even, it usually goes a little bit faster towards the end, but 3 days for that one. And then mine just has about 22 hours. So go ahead and enter those raffles. I'm giving away some random, I can't even speak, some random Gary to people that enter that one. I can't speak for what the other ones are doing, but hey, if you enter that one, you might find some random Gary that just flies its way into your wallet. You never know. Cool. And again, if you want to get ready for when I start testing the Stacker Agent, which I can't say exactly when that's going to happen. I speculate it's probably relatively-ish soon. Relatively-ish, is that a word? But I'm going to I'll be sharing everything that I can to you publicly as much as I can, because I just want you to win along with me, because that's the best way to win. That's, in my opinion, the best way to win is for us to win together. That's the best way to win. That's not my opinion. That's fact. It's better that we win together. I don't want, it's lonely when you're winning by yourself. I want you to win with me. So just go to GMGN.trading.com and make sure you have your account. You could either create one and link your with like just a wallet, like a Phantom wallet or Solana wallet of whatever kind, or you could also just create it using Telegram, just a Telegram account. So that makes it really easy. You just like link your Telegram, and then and then it will create a custodial wallet, which you could also export and put it into your Phantom wallet, which is kind of cool. But yeah, GMGN is a really cool platform for copy trading. So once it happens, you're going to be able to like follow, and I'll just give you and see how they have like buying, and you could just do copy trading. Where is the thing? Copy trading. You could just create copy trades, paste a wallet, like you paste a wallet, and you'd be able to just like actually start copy trading them. It's pretty cool. I'll do some more tutorials on showing people how to do this. But just if you want to get ready, go and grab your GMGN account, and that will actually gmgn.trading.com. Cool. All right. I think that's good. Yes, that's good. I'm really excited. I'm just really pumped on all the stuff that's going on. There's my tweeter. Cool. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. I just wanted to share all that. Don't forget to go to RaffleDex. Remember, this is ending in about just under 22 hours. So just a little bit before, like 2 hours ago tomorrow. We're going to have that done, and somebody's going to have this beautiful new draft in their wallet. Again, I'm giving away some random, look, we just got somebody that bought 11 minutes ago, and they may get some NFT in their, not NFT, they may get some Gary in their wallet, which they could pair with this beautiful draft and get access to Stacker Agent when it is launched. Again, that's going to be in Telegram. It's going to be like the place that you're going to control that. So don't wait until it's already out to go and grab what it is, because I can just speculate that once we dox a wallet with Stacker Agent, I just feel like all of these drafts are just going to just blow up in price. So I'm not telling you this because I want you to go. You're not buying anything from me. I'm just like, you can go enter this raffle. That would, because I do get the raffle tickets, and I'm just going to go buy another one. But if you if you don't like trading time for money, if you like passive income, and you really just want to have money just that you could use to do things in life, like to buy your time back, that's what this is all about. We're a bunch of people that just want our time back in life, and to kind of change everything, generationally change our lives. And like I can just keep on diving deeper and deeper into that. But I am going to be going live a lot more often. I want to make sure that I am sharing this. I'm going to be doxing my wallet when I start doing everything with ChatGPT, or not with Stacker Agent, not the Stacker Agent GBT. Remember, you have access to that today. You can go do that. Grab it. It's also in the Gary Club Discord, or not Discord, sorry, Telegram. You can go grab all of the official links in there as well. So go and grab your draft. If you want, you could. If you really want to go get a stacker, there is one listed for 2,550,000 Solana, which if you have $35 million lying around, I mean, you can go grab that. Otherwise, you can grab. You could put in an offer, like right here. So there's a. Where is it? Where's my tab? Where is it? Where am I blind? Where'd it go? I don't even know. I don't see it. Oh, there's offer. Geez. So there's a 30.39 Solana offer right now. So if somebody wants to sell one, that might be their best bet. Otherwise, just wait until somebody lists one, if ever. Otherwise, go grab a draft, because they are going to have a lot of the utility that the stackers are going to have. Just there's a few perks to having it. But you should have a draft. Bare minimum. Make sure you have at least a draft and 1,000 Gary, so you are ready to use the Stacker Agent when it goes live. And again, the Gary can't be locked up in the Gary lock system, which you do get benefits from that. So just being transparent, you cannot lock up the Gary. You can't. I mean, you can lock it up, and then you just have to wait until it unlocks. So I guess you can lock it up for a month and maybe get some perks, and then unlock it in a month, or do whatever. I'm just rambling now. I'm not making any sense. But yeah, use this and test it out right now, and get a feel for how the Stacker Agent is going to work from the chat bot, from this way, and then using the chat bot through ChatGPT, and then again, I'm going to share everything with you once I get access to it, which again, I don't have an exact date, but when I do, I'm going to make sure that everybody is helped. Everybody gets it. Whoa, what's up? Oh, what's up, Chris Martin, actor? How's it going? Are you actually real live? I am actually real live. I'm double live right now. I go live often, but I just hi and bye. Peace out, Jay Wacky. How's it going? Yeah, I am actually real live right now. I am real live. I know. So if anybody doesn't know what I was just referencing, I do a 24-hour stream, just to show people kind of like, and I'm going to be doing that as well when I do my my, what do you call it? I'm going to be doing that as well once I start doxing my wallet, and I just want to share with everybody so they can see exactly what's going on, because I want you to be able to just basically look over my shoulder while I figure this out and I show you. I'm going to be learning. I want everybody to learn with me. Super dope. So again, Chris, I'm sorry, I'm about to take off. So I will see you later. I don't know if I'm going to try to go live tomorrow. I'm working on a TV show tomorrow. But if not tomorrow, then Thursday. I will see everybody soon. Take care. Peace out. Thanks for hanging out. Go and grab that Stacker Agent GPT. It's free. Again, if you don't have a draft, make sure that you have this. It's a $1.46 for a raffle ticket. It could be a free draft for you. And by the way, this is an outdated price. It's actually costs more than that if you wanted to go buy it, because that was when I listed it. So prices have